Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into the incredible world of dance, from ancient rituals all the way to those viral videos you see everywhere. So, what is the difference between just moving and actually dancing? It's a question we humans have been asking for literally thousands of years. And the answer, well, it tells us a ton about who we are. At its core, dance is movement, sure, but it's movement with intention, with style, and with meaning behind it. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to understand that dance isn't just one single thing. It actually serves two really basic fundamental human purposes. Now, sometimes they overlap, but they have pretty distinct goals.
All right, so on one side, you've got theatrical dance. This is the stuff you watch, right? It's a performance, a spectacle. Think ballet, modern dance, something you see on a stage. Then, on the other side, you have participatory dance. And this is the dance you do with other people, like a folk dance or maybe what you see at a wedding reception. It's all about that social connection, that shared experience. It's not really for an audience at all.
And get this is not a new thing at all. Dance is one of the oldest ways we've ever expressed ourselves. I mean, we're talking about 10,000-year-old cave paintings in India and ancient Egyptian tombs. It was how we told stories and passed on rituals way, way before written language was even common.
So the big question is, how do you take simple movement and turn it into a structured, meaningful dance? Well, that's where the art of choreography steps in.
Choreography is basically the art of designing movement, how bodies move through space and time. The word itself literally means dance writing, and that's a perfect way to think about it. A choreographer is kind of like a composer, but their instrument isn't a piano or a violin. It's the human body. So a choreographer basically has two main ways they can work. First, there's improvisation. This is where they give the dancers a theme or some general guidelines and just let them create within that framework. Or they can go the completely opposite route with planned choreography, where every single movement, every angle, every step is meticulously planned out in advance. And this is what's so fascinating. These simple techniques are the basic building blocks for pretty much any complex group dance you can think of. But they're not just about making things look cool. No, they create meaning. Like when dancers are in unison, all moving together, it can show incredible strength in unity. A canon, where a move ripples through the group, that could be an idea spreading or an echo. And mirroring, that can show intimacy or even conflict. These are the tools a choreographer uses to tell a story with bodies. Okay, but this brings up a huge problem, right? If a dance only really exists in the moment it's being performed, how do you stop it from just vanishing forever? How do you pass it on? This has been a massive challenge for centuries. I mean, think about it. You can write down music on a sheet, you can save a play as a script, but how do you write down movement? It's gone in an instant. The solution, it turns out, is just as creative as dance itself. And that solution is called dance notation. It's basically sheet music for dance. It's a whole system of symbols that can capture everything, the direction of a step, the exact angle of a wrist, you name it. And just like sheet music lets us play a symphony hundreds of years after it was written, dance notation lets us preserve and recreate a dance long after its original performance. And people have been working on this for a really long time. I mean, way back in the 1700s, you had systems like the Beauchamp-Fouillet notation. They were using it to write down these super complex dances from the European courts, making sure that these amazing cultural treasures didn't just get lost to time. Okay, so we've talked about the mechanics, but dance is so much more than just steps and patterns. It's a language. It reflects a culture, an identity, a whole community. It's like a story being told without a single word, a kind of social text that, if you know how, you can actually learn to read. And there's actually a whole field that studies this. It's called ethnochoreology. You can also call it dance anthropology. And it's all about looking past what the moves are and trying to understand why they're doing them. What does a particular dance tell us about the people performing it? What purpose does it serve in their community? And when you zoom out and look around the world, you realize just how vital dance is. I mean, across many cultures in Africa, it's woven into every major life event, births, weddings, even funerals. In Asia, it's often tied to dramatic religious storytelling. And in Latin America, dance has been this incredible force that's helped create a shared identity out of all these different African, European, and indigenous cultures. All right, so let's fast forward. Let's take this ancient art form and drop it right into the 21st century. Because today, with social media and video games, a totally new and really complicated question has come up.
And this question blew up thanks to a major lawsuit, Hanagami versus Epic Games. So a choreographer, Kyle Hanagami, sued the company that makes Fortnite. He claimed they ripped off one of his dances for one of those in-game animations, an emote. And suddenly, this huge question was front and center. Can you actually own and copyright a viral dance move? So, what does the law say? Well, in the US, you can copyright choreography, but there are some pretty strict rules. It can't be just a simple social dance step. Like, you can't copyright the waltz. It has to be an original work, something substantial. And it has to be fixed in some way, like recorded on video. So what happened in the Fortnite case? Well, the court decided that the dance sequence was just too short and too simple to qualify for copyright protection. And that was a massive ruling. It has huge implications for creators today, especially on places like TikTok, where these short, viral dances are absolutely everything. Which brings us to one last thought to leave you with. In a world that's getting more and more digital, full of avatars and AI, the very human art of dance, its meaning, who gets to own it, and its power to connect us to ourselves and each other, well, it's never been more important. And it's never been more contested.